Good morning, guys. It's Chris from DaxTrader.co.uk. It is Monday, the 27th of November, 2017. This is the Dax Technical Analysis wrap-up video. And we've completed the premium webinar. So we're going to run through what we've just discussed. Before we get started, trading financial markets is risky, involving the risk of losing our invested money. The webinar's educational resources on the website are for educational purposes only. No investment advice is provided. So if you decide to enter a trade on the back of any webinars or videos, then please do so entirely at your own risk. Okay, so we've got the chart here. Excuse me, got the chart here for Friday, which I've posted up on the article that's available on the website already. The link to the article will be in the description of this video below. Okay, so mark set up quite simply. Got a shaded area here, which is a swap zone, which was interesting in the first part of the session on Friday. 1, 2, and 3 are fork points of A, B, and C. For this fork, you can see up here. And what I liked is how price was respecting the median line before zooming through it and tagging the upper median line parallel, which so often is the case with a good fork. It continued actually to go through that, found the high of the day before actually bouncing on the upper median line parallel and breaking back through it, which is interesting as well. Now, this line here that you can see, the sloping sort of dark grey line, is from a wider ACR line set, which I've drawn on another chart and shared. Basically, it was an idea. I can't zoom out enough to really show it to you. I sort of can, but it's quite busy because of all the previous analysis. But it's this bottom line here, here, and here to kind of basically say that this was the center line. This is an action. So we're looking for an opposite and equal reaction based on Alan Andrews' work. Okay, so it was a good touch of that here at point 10 after zooming through it here, which is very, very interesting. Of course, today, first thing this morning, bit of a gap through it. And we've switched it back one more time. There was a signal that came out from the algorithm that I built, which was around here to go long. But I was busy this morning, so that signal was not taken. So it won't be added to the list, but it's done quite well so far. Anyway, taking a quick look around the charts. Starting with the major swings. Not really much has changed on this particular picture. It's a busy chart at the moment. The components are quite simple. We've got a major fork, another fork here, sloping down. You've got a bit of a trend, a timeline predictor, if you like, here. How long did it take for us to get from that swing low to that swing high? And if we predict the same amount of time forward, where could we likely head in that time? If we do get a balance point on this major fork there and this continues higher, then we could be looking to tag the upper median line parallel in a similar sort of time based on the market rhythm. As we break out of this value area, we talked about in the webinar earlier this morning that in a leg up or a leg down, you're often going to have, if you get a microscope out and study the inner workings of it, price discovery, value area, decision point, which way does it go? If it breaks down, or if it breaks up, it's going to head to another value area. If it breaks up, value area, decision point. So let's say it breaks down, value, it goes into price discovery again, it finds the value area, decision point, price discovery, hits a value area, decision point, price discovery, hits another value area, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So it just continues to do this kind of repeated cycle of consolidating a value area, hits a decision point, breaks one way or another towards a new value area, and that little moment in there is a price discovery. This is a value area. That's the actual swing. So within a swing, you have this kind of price action. It just happens on every chart. Go and check it out. You can see it yourself. So this is the particular thing that we're talking about. That's a value area. So it was price discovery, found a value area. It's kind of settling. It's in the moment of deciding which way it wants to go next. If it wants to go higher, then these are my longer term predictive moves. If it moves lower, then it's probably going to head off towards this median line here, which just works out to be that value area there, and the lower median line parallel of the other fork. It's nice when you get that kind of confluence of geometric or swing levels. Anyway, so that's the major swings. The minor swings, similar sort of story really. We've actually got this fork here. We've broken through the lower median line parallel, which is a bit of a warning sign really, which sort of suggests that the under fork here, this grey one, is still valid. I can't actually get that highlighted at the moment, which is a bit odd. Anyway, there we go. But if it still means that this fork is valid, it creates a different picture to the previous one. So that's what we said before. It's a decision point. We're at a decision point as to which way it's going to break. If it breaks lower, then we can continue to use this fork for levels. Low median line, parallel median line, this sort of thing. If it breaks higher, then we would be able to look at this one, because it follows the minor swings. The minor swing story hasn't changed from last week. So we had a trend down, and when we printed this lower high here, we expected the next move to take out the previous lower low, which it didn't. So that was a fail. And then by taking out this previous lower high, that is the confirmation that the trend is broken. Had price have broken this low, then we're in sort of like a distribution type phase, messy, choppy, not very nice to trade, but we didn't. We printed a higher low, which suggests that it could either be moving sideways now, or it's the start of a new trend. If it's a new trend, 209 has to go. We've got to hold 906, and 209 has to go. If 209 goes, we're heading up towards this median line. Middle line here. All right? Is my opinion only. And then once you've found an idea and you like the idea of it and you want to go and find some action, you go and have a look at the price action level. That's the same fork but zoomed in on a 4-minute chart, and you can have a look for opportunities to find your trigger to get long or get short, depending on which one your bias is. Got to be careful at the moment because we have actually tagged the daily median line. That spike right there, it was pointed out by one of the members in the premium channel just a moment ago, but that spike right there tagged the daily median line fork to the pip. The daily median line fork I'm talking about is that median line. Yep. Tagged it perfectly. And there is a mini reaction there. So we'll see whether there's any follow through or whether actually it's just perhaps a bit of mini profit taking. We'll see. All right. FTSE was a similar sort of story. We had a signal from the algorithm to go long, which done very, very well this morning, but I wasn't available there to send it out. So sorry about that, guys. But that's what we're thinking for today on the DAX. Now, there's a bit of a split in the group at the moment as to what conclusions are to be drawn at the moment. And so some of the group want to see longs, want to get long, want to buy the market, and some of them want to short. And I think that's pretty normal. We had a conversation earlier on that, you've got to draw your own conclusions from the analysis, but the charts are the same for everybody. So, it's okay for people to have different opinions on or different conclusions. The reason that there's a bit of a split as far as the conclusions at the moment is just simply because we're at a decision point. We're inside a value area and it could break one way or the other. We've got to get into price discovery mode again. When that happens, it's pretty clear to see which way we're going. But at the moment, it's not happened yet. So we've got to break one of those levels. And once one of those levels has been broken, it's very clear to sort of draw a more, if you like, more people are going to draw the same conclusion is guess what I'm trying to say. So there you have it, guys. So just be cautious of what's going to be happening at the moment. We've got to break one of those levels to continue the trend. In a bit of a decision point at the moment, it could get choppy, could move sideways. So watch out for a break of those levels before taking the next swing trade. Anyway, have a great trading day. We'll be back again tomorrow, hopefully with another summary video. Hope you all have a good weekend, and we'll catch up with you later on. Take care.